Thousands of flights remain cancelled from the weekend, with the airlines closely monitoring the Iran war as key air hubs in the Middle East remain shut amid fallout from the US-Israeli strikes on Iran. Aviation expert Lyndon Burns has described the situation in the Middle East as the worst travel chaos since 9/11, but maintains it is still not close to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
The impact of this at this stage, it is serious, but it's not critical to the point of, an existential threat like COVID was, where the entire worldwide system ground to halt. This is probably similar in impact today as the 9/11 attacks were for transatlantic travel back in 2001, when the terror attacks occurred. I think where it's going to be, and the pain isn't just felt, yes, it's accentuated in the Gulf, but it's even felt in countries like South Africa, where you have local airlines that rely on passenger feed and defeed onto those carriers that are flying through the Gulf onto other places, the connecting traffic. And they'll be seeing a number of customers who are canceling flights or who have not made their connections. They are probably a bit more vulnerable in terms of pain, purely because of their scale of their operation. But again, I've spoken to a couple of them today. They're watching it very closely.
Gulf airports and airlines have suspended normal operations. As a result, airlines and travel stocks have fallen sharply.
We've seen the oil price and therefore the jet fuel price climbing. We saw yesterday oil, the Brent crude price went up by 10%. It's up another 6.37% today so far at $84.11 per barrel from $62.33 just 2 weeks ago. And the oil price is going to impact on air travel worldwide, not just in the Middle East. And that's because a fifth of oil shipments, including oil products and derivatives like jet fuel, are transported through the Straits of Hormuz, which are effectively closed at the moment. It's been choked. And even here in South Africa, we rely for about 90% of our jet fuel for our local and regional market has to be imported.
Burns believes airlines insurance is also going to be affected.
All scheduled operations are suspended. And that's because no airline is going to put, or knowingly and willingly put, its customers, its personnel, and their aircraft into harm's way. They would rather, endure the inconvenience and help everyone through that than risk safety and security. That's, goes without saying. So it is a major inconvenience, and it is going to have a huge financial cost, not just the immediate costs of accommodating and feeding and looking after all the displaced people, but also in terms of insurance spikes on aircraft hull cover and war cover. Those will have risen.
Passengers have been advised to stay in close communication with their airlines and travel agents and to monitor their social media platforms. The hope is for the Iran clashes to end soon, with aviation experts also warning that picking up the pieces is not going to be easy for the airlines affected by the US-Israeli attacks on Iran. Qatar Airways, SABC News in Johannesburg.